Hi, welcome once again. So this time we are going to go ahead and dockerize the cloud config server, right? So I am assuming that you have the Docker toolbox for Windows already installed. In case if you do not have it installed, you can search for Docker toolbox for Windows and install it from here. It should be the download size should be approximately 210 or 211 MB, somewhere near that, right? Do not download anything bigger than don't download anything of the range of 400 MB. Yeah? That would be a different tool out there. So download it, set it up. Yes, for this to work, virtualization should be enabled in your BIOS, right? And that is what you can check over here. That is what we have seen in the previous video, right? In the task manager in the performance tab. That should be enabled for the Docker to work in the Windows machine. In Linux machine, it will work. Okay, and with this thing installed, you will have this Docker terminal running. So you can see Docker machine IP. You can see the command called Docker hyphen machine IP to get the IP of your machine. So IP of my machine is 192.168.99.100, and I can also say Docker machine env to get the environment in which the uh, Docker is running. Right, it is running at port 2376, and yes, it is HTTPS. So let us go ahead and attempt to Dockerize the cloud config microservice, right? So here it is. So I will open the pom.xml. I will need to fetch the plugin from the website. Let me hold on. Let me show that to you. You can Google for Docker Maven plugin. So it will take you to this repo where you can get the URL. It is github.com/spotify/docker-maven-plugin. It is not in active development anymore. You can see it is inactive. But yes, this is one of the easiest way as of now. So that is what we are doing. Or else we will have to learn how to create Docker files and all those things. So here it doesn't require us to learn much of a Docker. So I will copy this plugin under specify build info in plugin. Go to my cloud config microservice in pom.xml, and in the plugin section I will paste this plugin. I will need to change certain things like what is the version number. The version number I want to use is 1.2.0, 1.2.0, and the name of my image is cloud config microservice, and my base image is Java 8. And I also have to set up one more property which is called Docker host. That where is my Docker running? My Docker is running at https 192.168.99.100. That was the IP of my machine, right? Docker machine 192.168.99.100 at port number 2376. Right, so that is what we have. And yes, in the entry point I will want to remove this forward slash. I suppose that is okay. So with this thing in place, uh, and uh, and with this project build running fine, I have to make it sure before I run this, before I go ahead and deploy this in Docker, I have to make it sure that project is working fine locally, right? So with this thing in place, I will go to the folder for the which folder with the workspace open, so I can see the project over here. So I can say mvn clean to clean the project. So that should clean the project, remove all the target folders and all those things, whatever is inside the target folder. Then I have to say mvn package to package the solution, to package cloud config microservice. So first step was to clean. So second step was to package the solution. Third step will be to create a Docker build of the same solution. So I am not required to create my own Docker file. Of course, this is the legacy way of creating the Docker image out of your jar file or out of your Spring Boot solution. But yes, this is also one of the easiest. If you do not follow this approach, then in that case you should know how to create Docker file or how to work with Docker Compose in that way. So here it is, test run, build success, and yes, we have the package command run. So our package command has run successfully, right? So we have the jar file. So let us go ahead and run the last one, that is mvn docker colon build, right? So that in turn will go ahead and create a Docker image and Docker file for us. We'll create a Docker file and deploy the and create a Docker container as well for this cloud config microservice. So you can see it is building the image cloud config microservice. It has used Java 8, and if Java 8 is not there inside the Docker machine, in that case it will download. This download will be of the size of 600 MB plus. So make it sure that you are on the good internet connection which does not break. And yes, entry point is set. So now we can go to the Docker terminal and see everything is working or not. So I can say the command docker images. It will get me the image, right? So we have the cloud config microservice and Java 8 right over here. So cloud config microservice was created 58 seconds ago. So I can say docker run -d, that is in the detached mode, -p, that is 2222 of the host with 2222 of the Spring Boot application. And what is the name of the container? Oh, it is not cloud. It is not cloud. It is COUND. I have misspelled it. That's fine. Count config microservice. Here it is. So I can hit enter. So what happens if I do not run it in the detached mode? That is, all the dump of the console will come over here and will not get this command prompt back. That is what will happen if I do not run it in the detached mode. So what I will do is the last microservice, that is last thing, that is Hystrix. When I dockerize the Hystrix component of the microservice, I will not run it in the detached mode, so that you will get to know what happens then. So it has successfully finished. So I can say docker ps to get the list of process. Yes, here it is. I can also go to the 192.168 192.168.99.100 at 2222. That's where the microservice is accessible. Right, so here it is. So I can say Eureka server default profile. The same way, the way earlier we were using the localhost, now we are using the IP of the Docker machine. So it should open the configuration values as in the following repo. That's where our uh, property files, configuration files are deployed, right, hosted in the Git repo. So it is taking the values from there, and that is what I have explained in the explanation of the cloud config microservice, right, when we were attempting to run it in the local host. So you should go and see that video if you have not seen that. So everything is working fine. So now let us go ahead and attempt to Dockerize Eureka, then product microservice, inventory microservice, Zool, and Hystrix, right? Any queries? Feel free to put it in the comment window. Happy learning, happy dockerizing, happy exploring. Have a good day.